Ladies and gentlemen, it is a thirsty Thursday, June 28th, 2018. We have a couple incredible interviews for you. These humans were hysterical. I cannot wait for you to listen. One guy was an offensive tackle for 11 years in the NFL and a hysterical human being. He did the entire interview from the Maid of the Mist, Niagara Falls boat with his family. It was remarkable. And the other guy came out of nowhere. Didn't even know who he was. I had no idea who he was. Nick knew who he was, obviously. He's a hockey player. I wasn't told really he was coming on until this morning, so I had no clue. Then it just turned into one of the best conversations I've ever had with a human. Professional hockey player, not a goon, an enforcer. Right. Show the man respect. He's 6'8", 260. You're going to enjoy the shit out of that. Dig says some dumb stuff per normal. I don't think so, maybe. We'll see what he pull out.
Yeah. You can decide.
Yeah. If it was done. Zito's got an ad read to close this thing up that we have yet to record, and I cannot wait to hear it. He said he's focusing. He said he is studying the words on his screen over there. You feel good.
I'm reading it 3 times already. I've read it 3 times.
Oh, my God.
Off to a hot start.
Oh, my God. Before we get to that, I have one question only. Have you ever been inside a Bass Pro Shops?
Uh-huh.
How about a Cabela's?
Yeah.
Well, if you like nature, golfing, grilling, hiking, kayaking, fishing, hunting, or just feeling the warmth of the sun, you don't know what you're missing then. Husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, kids, grandkids, there's something for everyone at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. With free seminars, unmatched selection, and friendly, knowledgeable staff that can get you set for any outdoor experience, whether it's your first time with a spinning reel in your hand or to gear up for your typical weekend on the water, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's can be the gateway to your next outdoor adventure. For more information on free events and family activities at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's near you, visit www.basspro.com/store and www.cabela's.com/stores. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, your adventure starts here.
Very nice.
They are like a little amusement park.
Very much so.
We have a Cabela's here in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, and I frequent it, and it's an amusement park. There's so much in there.
Everything you'd want to do
There
something
is.
outdoors.
There is a pond in there.
It's my favorite part.
There's like a fake mountain with animals on it. It's
incredible.
It is.
Like anything you would want to go do something outside, it's there.
They got guns in there too now. Let's not get crazy. They got gun down there. They got fishing reel down there.
You in a bow? They got bows.
Yep. They got deer feed, which is what we go get in there because my lady wants to feed the 12 deer that are running around the neighborhood, running around the property.
Fishing tackle.
Everything. They got coolers. They literally have everything. It's an amusement park. Go check it out.
Once a year I go there to get a headlamp.
Let's go Splunkin. Spell that.
What? Splunkin?
Yep.
SPLUNKIN?
Oh, there's an E in there. Spelunking.
Oh, it's German.
I don't know. I don't know if it's German.
I should have said country of origin, then I would have known.
Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
No, I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
For sure never seen it as a word, though.
Yeah.
I went spelunking in Zito's mom's pussy.
Okay. All right. Zito's mom did not deserve that. At Nick Morado taking shots at the Cuban kid who can't speak Spanish.
Big mom joke guy.
Big mom joke guy. Todd, you remember Todd fucking laid it on Zito's mom that one episode? We had to call it Zito's mom is a saint strictly because Todd took so many shots at Zito's mom.
She told me to say hi. I don't know what that meant.
Oh!
With a little wink.
I would like you all to say hi to a man that I am now currently a big fan of after speaking with him. You're going to enjoy this. Joining us now, went to school at Purdue, Boiler up, had an 11-year NFL career, played in 5 Super Bowls, won 3 of them, 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. Now he is launching into the vodka world with Keel Vodka, which is an incredible vodka that is homed in the New England area that is having a national rapid expansion. Ladies and gentlemen, offensive tackle, Matt Light. Retired offensive tackle. That's on me. Matt, how's it going?
I'm good. Yes, very retired. Very, very retired.
Okay.
Living the balanced life now.
Okay, congratulations on that. Retirement is beautiful, I could imagine. How much weight did you lose as an offensive lineman after retirement? Were you worried you're going to go to 4 bills, or were you going to be a weight loss guy as soon as you retired as an offensive lineman?
You know, I mean, I always had to kind of maintain, you know, a lot of a very rigorous eating habit to keep up with my weight. When I got to Purdue, man, I was 220 pounds, right? And then a couple of years later became a lineman, you know, ended up my career, obviously, as as a Patriot, as a lineman, but I never really was a lineman. So, I thought it would come off pretty easy. I never thought I'd balloon up, but it definitely took me a lot longer. I'm going into my 7th year of retirement, and I'm still pushing the 280 range.
Okay, a little comfortable, Matt. I like that a lot. I like that move a lot. All right, let's talk about this vodka you're doing. Keel Vodka. How did you get into this game, by the way? Are you just a big vodka drink, like vodka tonic, vodka Sprite, vodka cranberry? How'd you get into the game?
No, it's the craziest thing. I never drank vodka. And I had 2 buddies of mine who just happened to be named Bill and Tom. Not quite as successful as the Bill and Tom that I used to play with, but nonetheless, 2 guys, they were working this crazy idea of a light vodka. And about a year before I retired, they said, man, we're going to make this happen. And I thought, maybe. I mean, these are 2 guys that knew nothing about the spirits industry. I knew nothing about it, and when I retired, they'd actually just gotten product, and they said, man, you got to jump on board. I mean, this will be something to keep you in the area. We'll have some fun doing it. And I thought, okay, when you retire, you're supposed to do something you love and have fun doing it. I like to drink, and, well, yeah, let's do this. So, it was good, man. I mean, we launched in Rhode Island. We're based out of Newport. That was, ground zero for Keel, and we came out with this crazy idea of a light spirit where it's like, okay, I don't need to drink 40% alcohol, but 24 is pretty darn good. It tastes great, and we've been rocking it ever since, man. And now you see the industry is really, adopting this low calorie, lighter proof vodka concept. So I think we're poised in a pretty good position.
Oh, congratulations on that, by the way. That is a beautiful thing, Matt. A lot of people can't find stuff in retirement that they enjoy. It seems as if you're loving this and you're about to take over the world. Let's talk about your career now a little bit. You got a chance to live some crazy highlights that a lot of players never get to live. 5 Super Bowls, 3 of them winning them. What was it like in New England? Were you there for the Drew Bledsoe to Tom Brady change, or did you come after that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I will never forget the hit, actually. I mean, anytime your quarterback, when there's a sound made from your quarterback when he gets hit, you always feel like it's your fault. And I'll never forget, I was a rookie. Mo Lewis hits him, and I'm thinking, what are we going to do now? We had Michael Bishop, and, of course, we had this, little skinny white dude from Michigan that ended up doing a pretty good job. But it was a crazy transition, man. I mean, when I got to New England, I literally was put in the End Zone Motel, which is just south of the stadium, and it was literally like, is this really an NFL team? And now, things are a little bit different. It's a legit organization.
Obviously it is. You guys go on to do quite a run. I've heard stories from Vinatieri's about the parties after winning the Super Bowl, because you were an unlikely group that really got hot up there in New England. Belichick's now considered the greatest coach of all time. Brady's now considered the best player of all time. And you kind of had a chance to kind of experience that whole thing. That had to be a wild ride, Matt.
Man, it was unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, that rookie season, for me and the team was really this idea of, okay, we know we got a great system, but can we prove it week in and week out? And that season was such a roller coaster, and we had the ups and downs, but going through the playoffs and the Oakland game and everything else that was that season, man, it really set the stage for what is now kind of accepted as the model franchise.
Do you think that every good thing comes to an end, right? I mean, I think we can agree with everything like that. Flavor of Love, Pawn Stars, the Kardashians, everything, every great thing comes to an end. Is that time happening now as an outsider's perspective, because you're retired, so you're not in the locker room day in, day out, but it seems as if there's a lot more drama coming out of the franchise that is known for handling drama in the New England Patriots. Do you think the time could be ticking, the shot clock could be on the Patriots?
Well, look, I mean, they always come to an end because the people that are really the heart and soul of whatever these, time periods are gone, right? And I think we're a lot closer to seeing, a New England Patriot team without Coach Belichick at the helm. Obviously, he's going to retire at some point. We don't know when, but I wouldn't put it, a decade down the road. And Tommy's not going to be playing forever. I mean, look, he's always said he's going to play till the wheels fall off, or he's going to play till he's 50 or whatever it was. But, you can definitely see that he's got a great family. He's got other things that he's pretty darn good at. I guess golf would be one of them, and I'm sure he's going to ride off. So when those guys are done, I think the era is over, unless, a guy like Josh McDaniels or somebody else within the fold can pick up where they left off to some degree. But that's going to be really, really hard to do, man. I mean, Bill's a crazy dynamic guy. You know, they don't come around very often, a guy like that. So, you know, it starts with him. It then trickles down to, obviously, Tom as number 2. And then from there, it's the organization. But you can't replace those two for a long time.
A lot of people say it's a miserable atmosphere up there. A lot of people say it's a miserable atmosphere up there. Now, as somebody who got a chance to experience 2 different regimes in a team, our first regime when Peyton was there and Jim Caldwell and Polian, it wasn't as much fun, we'll say, but it was a work schedule, but it wasn't miserable. A lot of people who come out of the Patriots organization who either aren't good there, don't play there, or end up somewhere else, talk about it being a miserable place. Is that how you saw it, or was it kind of something you were baptized by it, so it was the way, the Patriot way almost?
Man, look, I mean, it was 11 seasons for me of dealing with that, you know, and when I say that, it's kind of hard to put. I mean, do we have a couple hours? I mean, I could just try to walk through it all, but yeah, I mean, hey, look, is it miserable at times? Yeah. I mean, you're talking about the game of football, right?
Yep.
What we've gotten away from in the game of football is the real game of football to some degree, right? I mean, just think about going back. I'll just go back to the time when I played my last season. I saw the transition happening. And I thought, man, there's no way that this is really going to be the norm, but it's actually gotten worse where we can't hit anybody. You know, violence isn't accepted anymore. We have to be, you know, put the kid gloves on and everything. And, you know, I think the game has changed so much, but it's still miserable to practice the game of football. And when you got a guy like Bill who just doesn't come off the gas, it can be miserable a lot of times. But at the end of the day, like I always told myself and what we used to talk about in the locker room, I'd rather be a little bit miserable and winning than Detroit or, you know, any other organization out there.
Amen. Cleveland hasn't won in forever. Like, actually haven't even won a single game, Matt, in a long, long time. I would definitely rather have success than loss, but it's weird to me to hear these people talk about how miserable it is up there. It's wild. It's very interesting to me because that player is setting himself up to get shot at. Whenever he says, well, it was miserable up there, because it's like, well, you can't handle winning.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up, and still people talk about it. You said something earlier about Tom Brady being good at golf. He's a stud golfer? I'd assume that's the case.
In Entourage, he was.
Yeah, that's all. I didn't know, because he doesn't play in any of them tourneys, really. Aaron does, Peyton does. You don't really hear about. The only thing you hear about Tom doing is throwing fucking footballs on yachts with hundreds of millions of dollars around. He's a good golfer, huh? Are you a good golfer?
No, I'm not. No, I kill things, man. That's all I do. I go out in the woods, I stalk things, and I wait until they either die because they know I'm not going to give up, or they make a mistake. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Do you hunt with Vinatieri?
No, you know what? We haven't. I remember when we were teammates, man. He was always going over to Africa or some crazy exotic place, and you know, he's crazy. But, you know, you brought up a good point. Like, when people talk about how miserable things are, it does make them sound like they're whining. That's why we never did it, right? That's why we never complained about being successful and winning, because when you complain about how miserable something is, everybody's going to call you a jackass, right? I mean, you just sound stupid, right? Like, yeah, you're playing a game of football. It should be miserable, right? Anybody that I know has done anything, whether it's in the corporate world or anywhere else, they always talk about how, man, in the early years of working out of the basement, we had to lug everything up down and stuff. Yeah, it's miserable, man. To get things off the ground and be good at what you do, you got to sacrifice everything else that all these other guys, you know, take as like the norm, right? Like, oh, we're going to go to the Hamptons this weekend and we're going to hang out. Like, yeah, all right, you're not winning championships, dude. So you're right. It definitely sounds bad when you complain about it. And look. I think that's a little bit of what you look at. Look at society, right? Look at the kids that come out of the league. They've been coddled. I've been talking about this for a long time. I saw it when I still played. But guys come in with a chip on their shoulder, and I don't know that they're willing to put in all the work required. So I think that's why you're hearing a little bit more of this lately, you know, in what's coming out of the locker room in some ways.
Every Hall of Fame speech, there is some portion of it where the player is saying sorry or apologizing to either his family or something else because the amount of time that it took in to get to the Hall of Fame. Every single speech is like, I'd like to thank my wife. I wasn't always around because I had to work my ass off. It is kind of the key. Nobody falls to the top of the mountain, Matt. That isn't the way it works. You got to climb to get there. It's a badass thing. Now, with that being said, you have quite a fucking resume. And after reading through it today, too, after hearing that you're going to come on, thanks for coming on, first of all, but you have quite a resume. resume. Is the Hall of Fame something that you think about? Would you care? Is there any thoughts about the Hall of Fame with Matt Light?
Well, listen, man. I mean, yeah, you obviously care. I mean, to even be considered for something that is such an honor like that, and the people that have been, through that process, when you watch, their speeches, when you hear from them, and you look at what they've done in their lives, and it's not just football, right? I mean, look at the number of guys that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and look at what they've done after they played the game of football or during their careers. I mean, that's an extremely powerful group of people. So the idea of being considered for something like that is something anybody would want. Now, personally, I don't think about it because I think, when I think about football and I think about the people that have, played the game, I could think of a million people that would deserve to be there ahead of my time or anything that I have ever done, right? So I don't put myself in that category, but I'll tell you this much, man. It was an honor to be a part of the organization that I played for 11 years, and whatever that's worth, man, and the people that I got to do it with, I wouldn't change that for the world, no matter how miserable it was.
Do you still keep in touch with, because the offensive line is known as the tightest group in a football team. The offensive line, you're always around each other. The big boys are always with each other because you have to be. You're depending upon each other. And you get no credit for anything. So you're all miserable together. Do you still keep in touch with former teammates? Is Belichick and you still talk? Because Belichick had a get-together here in Indianapolis whenever they played in the Super Bowl here where he invited a bunch of ex-players. Vinatieri got invited. They had a bunch of wine. It was right down the street. It seems as if the Patriots organization stays tight. I don't know if that's the case, or am I misreading that, Matt?
No, man, look, I mean, my wingman for a long time, both of my wingmen, Mr. Andruzzi, Joe is still in the area. I still live in Foxborough. Logan Mankins, he and his family are still in North Attleboro. Russ Hochstein, who was the ultimate swing guy, played every position, great backup and a great teammate. He's still in the area. And Dan Copen, I just celebrated my 40th on Saturday, and it was fun having Cope there. And we do stick together. I mean, yeah, you're right. We're the smartest, best looking. We're always fun together. But it is awesome, right? I mean, because I don't think every other organization is like that, by the way. I talk to a lot of guys, and I play with a lot of guys that, were at several different organizations, and they talk about how much fun they would have at times, but I don't know that they actually stuck together the way that some other organizations do, and we definitely did, man. And there's a lot of, so many guys that I played with that are, are just great character guys, right? And we had a lot of fun, by the way. I mean, we absolutely took advantage of the little bit of free time that we had from Bill.
Yeah, go ahead, Dix.
Matt, was there a guy, like, when you saw him and lined up across from you, were like, fuck, I know this is going to be a long day?
Great.
Yeah, every week, my friend. No, look, you got to think about it, right? Here I am. I had no idea that I was going to get drafted. I'd never seen a college game in my life, but I always heard about the Big Ten growing up in Ohio, of course. My father grew up with polios, could never play sports, so we didn't do sports in the White household or in my extended family, nobody. So when I got to New England, I had never even heard of the New England Patriots. Had no idea when I think it was Belichick or maybe it was Scott Pioli said, hey, you're going from one Drew to another. And I thought, all right, cool. They got a guy named Drew there. That's going to be great. Here's this $100 million man, right? And so, for me, everything was pretty incredible. I mean, from the day that I got to New England, I was soaking everything in. But what was really apparent is that I got to face Aaron Schobel twice a year. I mean, all the guys in the AFC East, right? John Abraham twice a year. And this guy they call Xerxes or Jason Taylor, whatever you want to call him. Right? I mean, he's like, hey, I'm going to kill you, like every time it was like, oh God, I got not him again. So, and then of course we had to play the Colts every single year, and they got this guy named Dwight Freeney and this other dude named Mathis. So, I mean, look, I've said this a lot, since I retired because I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction when I was playing, but Dwight Freeney, to me, embodies everything that there's ever been when it comes to great defensive ends. I mean, the guy was a freak. I don't know that he got the recognition he deserves, but he was by far the best player that I faced in my career.
He sent me a limo when I was very drunk my rookie year, too. He's a good teammate, too, Matt. I want you to know that. He's a good teammate, which means a lot. I don't think you offensive tackles ever get enough credit. Because all you got to do is fuck up one time, and the D end has a celebration, and you got to battle the entire game. So for that, I would like to commend you for an incredible year, having to battle through 11 years in the NFL. Not on every game mattered too. So like you will probably never say this. I can say it now. When you're on a bum team that are expected to lose, like the pressure isn't at an all-time high every single fucking week. When you're on a good team though, every single week could be the turn of your season, bad or good. I mean, it never ever happens. Matt Light was the epitome of an all-pro, epitome of a professional. And today you had a great interview. I'm so thankful for this conversation. I hope Keel Vodka just sells $1 billion so you can ride off into the sunset and go kill shit with Venetarian Africa.
I love it. Listen, let's do this again, and let's talk about the kneeling just to piss more people off, and let's talk about the state of the NFL. So I look forward to our next conversation.
Okay, real quick. We won't talk about the kneeling because I don't want to get into that. We don't have enough time. But state of the NFL, how do you think it's going to be? Up or down? You think the future of the NFL is bright or in gloom?
Well, listen, I think this next CBA is going to have something to do with it, right? They got to change something. There's too many rules. There's too many people who want real football. They like violence, right? I mean, even though you can't say that publicly, and we got to talk about player safety and wellness and health and all that stuff. The truth is, the game isn't safer today than what it was before they put these ridiculous rules in place. They have to practice. They need to practice more so that we have a product that doesn't look like the playoffs last year, right? The divisional games were terrible. I mean, mistakes. We need football to be football because it's a really good thing for a lot of people in this country.
Well, there you go. That's straight from the mouth of a Hall of Famer, I think, coming up at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, offensive tackle, and now co-owner of Keel Vodka, legend, Matt Light. Thank you so much, Light. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Yep. I liked them.
Oh,
Great interview.
I didn't want to, but I did.
Same.
You
I
didn't
know-
want to?
No, I didn't either. 11 years. He was part of the team that built the Patriots into what they are now. The Patriots are hated by every team, mostly because they're good. The Yankees, Lakers, all the same thing. But he was an incredible dude. He really was.
Yeah, he was.
280 still. He's a big boy.
I like that he's not afraid to. He'll say whatever's on his mind too.
Hey, let me know when you want me to come back on and talk about the whole national anthem thing. Just give me a heads up when you want me to go on to another world wonder, like the Niagara Falls, and do a tour while doing the interview, which was incredible, by the way. That boat is a wild boat. People fly on that boat. They get drenched with they go into the Niagara
Have you
Falls.
ever done it?
No, I've seen them do it, though.
I did it once.
I've seen it on
It's
the
not
shows.
that crazy.
Really?
It looks much more crazy than it is.
Yeah, because
Did you
you're
wear a
going,
poncho?
you're going under the falls. Yeah, everybody gets a poncho.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he went down there with his 6 kids or whatever and did a whole interview with us from there. Very thankful for Matt
Very
Light.
thankful.
Very thankful. Hall of Fame. Should go to the Hall of Fame strictly because of that interview. Strictly because the interview just and I hope that vodka does well.
Keel.
Keel.
Low calorie.
Maybe you should have sent us some.
I like the idea of that kind of vodka. Because you're
do?
still gonna get fucked up, but it's gonna taste better probably.
Yeah, because you're going to drink more of it because it's going down smoother. So you're going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like Jake Bass always drinking those Michelob Ultras.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
kid.
built for summer. It really ups your summer game. I
Jake
think
Bass, though. Jake Bass, though.
I think he drinks them because they're cheap.
No, are they though? They're not. Stony has to be cheaper than a Michelob Ultra. Those Michelob Ultras, they got good bottling. I assume you have to pay for that.
I don't remember what bar we're at, but he asked, and they were like, "We don't have that here." He was so mad.
Excuse me, pussy. I am so sorry, but we do not have that here. The fact that you asked it makes us wonder if you should even be allowed to be here. I enjoy a good Michelob Ultra.
This morning he was on the city side for shutting down the scooters because he thought they were very dangerous and to people's health and they should be taken off the streets.
He's a great animator, though. The kid's a great fucking animator.
You said you enjoy one? Yeah, maybe like you get handed one, you'll drink it.
Yeah, I'm never seeking it,
Right.
if that makes sense.
If you order it, they're going to take away your man card, basically.
By the way,
It's just a thing.
man cards aren't a real thing anymore. I seen these dudes scootering around downtown. One guy had a Whole Foods bag on his arm while on a scooter with his one leg like back on the brake. And I was just that was it.
I don't know where everyone picked theirs up, but I don't think I ever got mine or ever had one.
What's that?
A man card.
Oh, I thought it was a scooter.
Are they handing them out to everybody?
I don't know. I don't think I ever got one.
I think they are lacking supplies nowadays. I don't think there's a lot of man cards going out. Just saying, if I had to, it was a real beta society downtown today when I went down there. This guy with this Whole Foods bag la-di-dawing on these scooters. I ain't never seen anything like it. I was like, if my dad saw me doing that, I think he'd spear me. And I wear tank tops every day, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's a man card
The
anymore.
only way you can save that is if when you get off your scooter, you're immediately at your grill, you open it up, you throw some butcher box meat on there.
Oh!
Some manly stuff right there. Be the master of your grill this summer with
Meat.
Butcher Box.
Meat.
Butcher Box delivers healthy 100% grass-fed and finished beef, free-range organic chicken, and heritage breed pork directly to your door on a monthly basis.
That's what they say.
That's the best. You don't have to go to a store for anything.
It's incredible. Their meat shows up at our doors, not at my house, Todd's house, this office, and I think a couple other people, Diggs' house too. And it's just such a little gem showing up at the house.
It's
They
a
call our
blessing.
house the meat locker.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
These are
do.
full of that goodness.
Yeah.
All their products are humanely raised, too. That's the best part. Never, ever given antibiotics or hormones. You don't have to worry about any steroid chickens
Oh, nice.
or cows in your freezer.
Nope.
It's hard to find high-quality meat you can trust, but Butcher Box is changing all that. And they offer free shipping anywhere in the 48 states.
Where?
Anywhere in the 48 states.
That's
Sorry.
continental U.S.
The continental U.S. Not only is it convenient, the taste is unbelievable, and I would say unmatched. You're not going to find a better product than what they're offering.
not.
There's a huge difference in flavor between animals raised on pasture and those fed in concentrated animal feedlot operations.
That was me scarfing that.
Sucking it down.
Yeah.
taste
Make sure
it.
you chew, by the way. It's going to taste so good, you're going to forget to chew.
Chew it up the best you can. And here's the best part, Pat.
What's that?
From now until July 8th, new subscribers will receive free bacon for life.
Wow.
Free bacon
still
for
don't get
life.
it.
Yeah, this is what happens. They said, Pat, if you can make a half-court shot on their first attempt, we will give free bacon for life for new members that sign up through your code. And I was like, that's a bad idea. Like, I know it costs something. That pig wasn't free. You know what I mean? And they were like, well, we don't think you're going to make it. And I was like, Butcher Box, listen, you guys make great boxes of meat. You know what I do? I make half-court shots when free bacon for life's on the line.
That's simple.
I just stepped
Let's
up
go.
there, got a great bounce. Great bounce. I mean, you watch that replay, that ball bounced off the back, off the front, straight up in the air, and then straight through.
Doesn't
Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They
Shooter's
didn't,
touch.
Shooter's
Went
touch.
in.
they didn't say it
Exactly
had to
right.
be good.
Said you had to make it.
And I'm like, Butcher Bucks, you guys got great meat, you got a great company, it's very convenient. But right now, you got to give away some fucking free bacon for the rest of the life. Have you swallowed that little bacon pill yet?
I'm not sure they thought.
You know
I'm
how
not sure
long
they
people
thought it
are
through.
living nowadays?
Oh my
For a
God!
long time.
Forever.
Nick.
Forever.
And for the remainder of your life, you will get free bacon thanks to that shot that Pat made. And that was in addition to the existing offer for this promo code, which was $10 off. So now you get free bacon for life and $10 off
Wow.
by going to butcherbox.com, clicking the banner, and using the discount code PAT. And you have until July 8th to use that awesome deal. There's no commitment, so you can cancel at any time.
I love that.
Enjoy.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
That's a big move. Hey. I'll tell you how I know that I have no commitment to being a real host. Because I knew nothing about this next guy that we're about to interview. I knew nothing going in. I mean, you can hear me during the interview scrolling through his Wikipedia page trying to learn about him. But he was electric.
He's
Oh
got
my
a
God,
man
he was so
card.
good.
He's
Yeah,
got a
he
man.
does.
Yes, he does. And so does Matt Light, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
one. Big
But I would also like to buy this guy's jersey from now on.
For sure.
I would like to wear this guy's jersey. I don't say that ever. But
No,
this
you
guy,
don't.
you're going to enjoy this conversation. Joining us now is a 6'8" man, 260-pound, absolute monster in the NHL's history. He's known as the man who got voted into the All-Star game in spite of Gary Bettman's best efforts. Then he goes on and wins the MVP of said All-Star game. Ladies and gentlemen, John Scott.
Wow, what an intro, fellas. Wow.
Hey,
Thank you.
I want to let you know I'm coming off of some really hard stuff. I just learned about this character named Alex Jones. I was just told that he's not a comedic character. He's a real human. My heart's broken, so I'm going to try to tough it through this interview. I'm happy you enjoyed that intro, though. I appreciate you.
Oh, it's good stuff. All right, let's try to make it work here.
Okay, John, obviously I alluded to it in the intro. First of all, thank you for your service to the NHL and to hockey for all those goddamn years. The enforcer, the goon, has been somebody that's the NHL game is missing currently, and one as a guy from Pittsburgh I respect a lot. I want to let you know that.
Oh, well then, thank you very much.
No problem. Now let's talk about why we all hate Gary Bettman. So there was a big, yep. All right, good. You agree. Okay. So there was a big push to get you into the All-Star game. And you didn't have the flashy numbers. You obviously were there for one reason only. It's protect your teammates. And then Gary Bettman tries to bury you and hide you. You make it to the All-Star game, become the MVP of the All-Star game. How gratifying of a moment was that in your life? That has to be up there. Now, granted, you got 5 kids, 100 kids, you're married, all that stuff. But when it comes to professional as opposed to personal, that had to be quite a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. The best part was at center ice after the game when you accept the check, and it was from Gary himself, and it was just so nice. I'm like 7 feet on skates, and he's like, I don't know how tall he is, but it was kind of nice just to kind of tower over him, like, give me my check. Like, it was pretty, yeah, it was nice.
He's going into the Hall of Fame this year. Did you know that?
I did just see that. Yeah, good for him. That's great.
So most commissioners in most leagues are hated because they have to make decisions that fans don't like, players don't like. That's kind of their job. Gary Bettman, you don't have to answer for yourself, but amongst players in the NHL, is he well received, or do you think kind of disliked amongst the boys in the locker room?
I think overwhelmingly he's disliked just because of the lockouts. I went through one. I know he's done 3 of them, and it's just I was on the negotiation committee for one, and he's just kind of a little weasel who does things his way. The owners love him, the players hate him. So I think it's like that with every league though. But I think especially with hockey, he just goes out of his way to screw the players over a little bit.
As a enforcer, I won't say goon. Do you mind the word goon? Is that bad?
It's, I don't mind it. Other guys hate it. It is what it is. Yeah, I fought, so who cares?
Did you watch the movie The Goon with Stifler?
I saw the first one. I heard the second one sucked, so I didn't even bother. But the first one's awesome.
It is. Yeah, it's great.
Usually sequels to comedies don't do well. Usually that's just kind of Dumb and Dumber. It happens to everybody. They try to pile on. Ace Ventura, though, not bad. The second one. Now that I'm thinking,
good call.
I'm running through my head right now. Not too bad. Hangover, Jerry Seinfeld alluded to.
Terrible.
Yeah, I agree. You're 100% right. As an enforcer, though, hockey has kind of turned its back on the enforcing community. I also watched a documentary with Protectors of the Ice or Guardians on the Ice or something.
Guardians.
Ice Guardians or something like that. So I got a chance to learn the importance of enforcers. Do you think the game of hockey is missing out not only for the Stars protection, but for the game in general whenever they're kind of going a safer, softer route, kind of forcing enforcers out of the league?
Well, you just look at the playoffs. A guy like Tom Wilson, who's a great guy, don't get me wrong, but he's running around like taking guys' heads off and taking liberties, and he's nowadays a tough guy. But when I played 5-6 years ago, he would have been just like the guy you beat up on the way to the fight. It's just one of those things where you try to get rid of the concussions. That's the big issue, and it's like, okay, let's get rid of the obvious, elephant in the room. It's fighting, but then it doesn't really solve the whole concussion problem. So I think hockey will miss it. You'll notice concussions probably will increase the next 5 to 10 years, and they're going to go, oh, well, what do we take out now? So, and the fans love it. So I don't know. I'm sad to see it go.
Well, so it's like in that Guardians of the Ice documentary that I watched, they actually gave Sidney Crosby quite a compliment because they talk about back in the day with Wayne and Mario, how they had so much room because people were scared that the enforcer was going to come fuck them up. And it's like a whole different ball game. Do you think Sidney expected to have potentially a guy behind him? This is like a real question, is completely out of ignorance.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think hockey introduced the rule. I don't know if you follow hockey too much. It's the instigator rule. So now if a guy grabs somebody and fights him, he gets an extra 2 minutes, an extra 10 minutes. So you sit in the box for 17 minutes, and you give your team an extra 2 minutes. Back when Gretzky played and Lemieux played, they didn't have that. So a guy, if he ever slashed Lindros, he'd have 3-4 guys ready to jump him and beat the piss out of him. But nowadays, you kind of got to pick your spots, and so Crosby still takes the abuse. And that all started with the instigator rule when that got developed to get rid of the bench cleaning brawls and all that stuff. But yeah, it's sad when your star players breaking their hands, getting concussions, getting liberties taken on them, and it's like the fans want to see the stars, and it's tough to do that when they got these little rats kind of running around and injuring them.
Speaking of rats, Tom Wilson won the Cup this year with Alexander Ovechkin. That Stanley Cup run. Is that a celebration that hockey players look forward to ever since they're children? Like, because what Ovechkin did, the binge he went on was one of the most wild things I've ever seen. The Stanley Cup stand is beautiful, by the way. That's probably a new tradition. But that celebration, is that something that is looked forward to ever since your kids? Like, hey, if we ever get a chance to hoist this cup and party with it, let's go ahead and get fucked up. Because that's what the Washington Capitals have been doing.
Yeah, no, that's what you dream of. Lifting up the cup and drinking beer out of it, that's what you think about when you're growing up. And yeah, Ovechkin just did it. I think he took it to the extreme. He definitely had some fun. He's been trying to get that cup for a while, so he made the best of it.
I couldn't even fathom, by the way. Like, that's expected now. Like, the NHL, like, Super Bowl parades are normally pretty wild, right? You got people drinking beers and stuff like that. But if you win the Stanley Cup in the hockey community, it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Yep, you're supposed to just go
you
ahead.
got to black out.
Yeah, you're supposed to go black out with that thing for just 72 hours at the least. That was beautiful to watch. He was just taking over the internet at all times, John. He was everywhere.
Oh, it's great.
What do you do
Hockey
now?
fans are a little bit more down there. Yeah, we like a few beers, hockey fans.
What are you up to now? What are some hobbies of John Scott? You're 6'8", you're a monster. Everywhere you walk into every room, people are just staring at you. What do you do now? Are you still connected to the game at all?
I wanted to take a few years off just to back away. My wife, I shouldn't say my wife said you're taking a few years off. And, I'd like to get into TV, radio next year. We'll see how it goes. But honestly, I'm knuckles deep in shit and just changing diapers, and that's what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Dad, hardest job on earth, they say. Dad. Not mom.
Yeah.
Dad. Yeah. Hey, hockey players tend to be pretty boring. You seem like other than Paul Bissonnette, who's a hysterical human being, but like you put these hockey players on TV. PK Subban is supposed to have the greatest personality on earth. They put him into playoff coverage. The Hockey World saying how great he did. For me, I was like, I didn't think it was that electric.
Boring.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that electric. Hockey has this tendency to be boring. I've laughed a lot at you so far, and also Googling through your history. You're a hilarious human being. I think you'll be a knight in shining armor for the state of hockey and the media hockey world.
I hope so, as long as Gary doesn't hear this. I'll maybe get a chance. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to. Seems like a pretty easy gig, so I don't know. I'll just get up there and talk.
Who are the two guys always in the studio? What are their names?
Well, you got Pierre McGuire between the benches, and then you got Jeremy Roenick and Millberry. And Keith Jones.
Hey, that Millberry dude might be one of the dumbest fuckers I've ever seen in my entire life.
I cannot stand that guy. I fucking hate him.
John,
he's the worst.
It makes no sense. He's speaking on TV as if he's never watched hockey before, and then he gets paid to talk about hockey. I don't fully comprehend it.
And he's just the absolute biggest piece of shit ever. I don't know. He's carved me up a few times, so I don't like that guy at all.
Okay.
I would love to take his job. That'd be perfect.
Let's put that out in the universe. I think all of hockey.
Yeah, I think a lot of us would agree with you there.
All of hockey would be very grateful for that.
Oh, jeez.
Do you live in Canada still right now, or you? I see you have a house.
No, man. I live in Michigan. I went to school at Michigan Tech, the big bustling engineering school, and I just settled down in my wife's hometown with Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh, you know the beach bums, John? You know the Traverse City beach bums?
Oh, yes. I go to games, not a lot, but I go to games every once in a while when I'm bored. Yeah, it's a good time.
You tell that first baseman, Steven, to go eat shit.
Why? What happened?
I played against them. I played for the Washington Wild Things just last Thursday. I was the starting right fielder, and we took on the Traverse City Beach Bums. Reynaldo Lopez pitched a fucking outstanding thing. We lost 13-2. And old Steven at first base could have dropped the ball one time and let me on, and he decided to hang on to it. So I had a full conversation with him. That's a good-looking team, though.
It is a good-looking team. It's a good time. Traverse is a nice city if you ever get a chance to come. Good little beach town.
I need to come, John. When are we going to see you on TV? Is this going to happen soon?
I'm actually working on a TV show. I got a movie coming out. I'm a busy guy, so hopefully soon. And then the hockey thing. I'm trying to be a color guy in one of my former teams. That's what I'm trying to work my way in, so we'll see.
What movie?
Shit, the John Scott story. Hello. Wake up. Do
Hello.
That's my style. I usually know nothing coming in. This
guy played hockey?
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. The John Scott story. So that's your life of being wait, I saw this. Fight something what's the name? It's there's a clever name.
Fighting to Make the Cut. That's my book.
There it is.
The movie that we don't have a title yet. We got a decent director, a couple of actors signed on. We're just trying to figure out who's going to play me. So it's coming along.
Play yourself?
Good. Oh, why can't you play yourself? Eminem did it. Eminem did it in 8 Mile.
No.
Yeah.
50 Cent did too.
He's very talented. No, I couldn't do that.
Do you have a short list of guys who you want to play you?
Oh, good question.
This is a great question, Ty.
Yeah, they got a couple guys. We tried to get Vince Vaughn, but I guess it didn't work out. And I think they're trying to get Aquaman now.
Ooh, Jason Momoa.
Who?
Yeah,
Huge human.
that's the guy.
Vinny Chase.
Not my Aquaman.
That's my Aquaman.
That's so funny.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that. By the way, I'm open to be in your movie. I don't know if you need any little 6-foot-tall white guys, but I mean, I'm a spark plug of a man. I can't ice skate, so I can't be on the ice, but something off.
No.
Yeah.
Was it that?
Hockey doesn't have many white guys, so. So,
I wonder if it was that DUI that ruined it for Vince Vaughn.
Or did Vince
yeah,
Vaughn say?
maybe. I don't know.
Is Ryan Whitney a Muppet?
I like Winston. I don't know. I'm not. No, he's not. He's a great dude.
Is there anybody you fought back in the day that you're like, you know what, this is a badass dude? Or is like there people that you fear fighting? Like you have to prepare for a fight, I assume, whenever you're an enforcer in hockey. You're like, okay, we're playing this team. I have to prepare as if not only a hockey game's going to happen, but I'm going to assume I'm going to have to fight said name here. Was there any guy that you like that kept you up at night or anything like that?
Oh, that happened all the time. It's funny. You prepare more for the fights than the hockey game when you're a fighter because you have to fight this massive man. And there's guys who are like 6'6", 250, and like I don't know. Brian McGrattan always kept me up. Steve McIntyre, and those guys were legit like killers. So you would see them on the schedule a week down the road, and you would just start to get nervous and start to sweat. And you'd watch the videos to try to figure out how they fight. Like what do they do? And then when you get out there, it's just whatever, and you just throw punches. So yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody knows it's Sticks Glove Shirt. Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks. What was your move? Would you hold the collar of the jersey and then put some like bunny jab, like little bunny shots in and then come with the heavy right? What was your go-to?
No, I hated the jabs. I wasn't a fan of them. A lot of guys like them. I didn't like that. I just tried to hit with the right, and then I would try to come with the right straight away. And so I would try to punch some guy right away, get him off balance, and then just throw heavy rights.
Were you easy to scout though? Were you easy to like watch practice tape? Were other guys watching tape of you and they're like, "Oh, this dummy throws no jabs. He just comes with a heavy right."
Yeah. No, I string him out, and I'm tall, and I just throw rights. It's like, okay, that's it. It's like, how do you scout Mike Tyson? What is he going to do? He's going to punch super fucking hard.
Was Chara the only one in the league bigger than you with probably a longer reach?
Yeah. I would ask him to fight a lot. I beat up his tough guy years ago. I like knocked him out, and so he kind of every time I asked him to fight, he would just like we call it looking for quarters when they're looking down.
John, did you chirp a lot out there? Were you kind of quiet, just kind of let the physicality do the talking?
I would chirp stupid stuff like yeah, you're stupid, like stuff like that. But I'm not good at it. I would just say let's fucking fight. So that was my go-to. Let's just fight.
Did you need a trigger to start the fight, or were you guys just looking for an opportunity to make it happen? Like, is it when your team's down a couple goals, or when you like things like that? What was the trigger? Like maybe a big hit happens.
Yeah. If there's a big hit, if it's a clean hit, I don't like to go after the guy because everyone loves hitting, and I don't want to penalize the guy for hitting. But if we're down a few goals, and then honestly, it's just to get out of the way because it's all you think about. If there's a guy on the other team, it's like shit. I want to get this out of the way so we can get to hockey sometimes. So it just depends. But most of the time, it was we're down a few or there are guys on the ice at the first shift. Like let's fucking go. Like I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. The John Scott Story movie coming out at some point as soon as they cast it, and the fighting to make the cut John Scott book. Did you write that, ghostwriter?
It's funny. I had a ghostwriter, and I feel bad saying this, but I didn't like anything he did, so I pretty much wrote 85% of it. Grammatically changed it, but no, he's a good guy. I just, he wasn't a hockey guy, so I just kind of had to take the reins. But it's okay. I think it's good. Check it out.
Best teammate you've ever had?
Joe Thornton, Brent Burns. Those two guys are unbelievable.
No clue who they are. I assume they're awesome.
Sharks. Go Sharks.
No clue.
Guys with the beards on the Sharks.
Oh yeah, I do know them. They got some rockets, right?
Yeah.
Their shots
Brent
are
Burns,
rockets.
for sure.
Thornton's an assist guy. Brett Burns is a rocket, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a cannon. I watched him in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, almost broke the glass. That fucking guy with a slapper.
right.
Yep. I like that guy a lot. He's my favorite too, I think.
They're cool guys. Yeah.
Who's the best player to ever play?
Jeez, it's tough. I played against Gretzky for like a cup of coffee. I got to say Crosby just because he was my generation, but overall, it's got to be Gretzky, right? I don't know. Crosby has it's harder to play nowadays than it was back then, so I'll say Crosby.
Oh, John, I love what you did. Let's leave this on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, look for the movie, The John Scott Story, coming out. Go get the book, Fighting to Make the Cut by John Scott. It's actually written by John Scott because he just said the ghostwriter was a Muppet. He said he hated Ryan Whitney. He's a legend, hilarious human. John, we appreciate you so much, bud.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for having me. See you later.
Hey, see you, man. What a fucking human. What a human being right there.
Great Scott.
Just a great conversation with that dude, wasn't it?
Oh my god,
Great Scott.
I can't wait for his movie. It's gonna be good.
Good guy. I suspected he didn't like Gary Bettman. I didn't know.
He let it
that
roll.
He actually really did not like
Well,
him.
he let it ride about Gary Bettman, which I love. No way he's going to get a gig with the national team, national show. But he should. He would make hockey better. That guy would make hockey better. He's a player. He's entertaining. He's funny. He was cool. He's wide open. I like him a lot.
Yeah, big
Showcasing
fan.
personality would help hockey. Yes,
It would
a
be,
lot.
Would be cool to be relatable. You know, just a little bit, because then you don't have your diehard fans just being your diehard fans. Then you open up to the casual fan as well. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Gary Bettman
Believe
though
me.
is not a likable character. I've learned today.
It's the worst.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Francis
F. Scott.
Key. Scott.
Francis Scott Key.
Francis Scott Key.
You, oh my God! It is the national birthday next week, and this is happening. Unbelievable! You knew there was a Scott in there somewhere, huh?
Yes, I did.
Unbelievable! You're the dumbest.
Zito was trying to set you up with an F. Scott Fitzgerald joke.
Yeah, it fell. It fell through.
Is that from The Office?
It's from Ted.
Yep.
It's 2?
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh.
You should.
Better than Ted 1?
I liked it better than Ted 1.
Really?
No, Ted 1's better. Ted 2 it was up to par.
That's a sequel to a comedy that does well, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say better, but it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Good for them. Doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't. We just talked about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, usually it's a big flop.
What's big old flop, too.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Flop.
Yep.
You didn't like Ghostbusters too?
Flop.
Not as good as the first one. Are you kidding me?
No,
Should
I'm
have just stopped Jurassic World. Probably should have stopped.
Flop.
That franchise is not doing well at all.
Flop.
How about Rush Hour 2?
Great movie.
Rush Hour 2.
Great
That's
movie. I will never say Chris Tucker or Jackie Chan flop anything. You put them in a screen, they kill. It's
They're
all
making
they
number 4, aren't they?
Huh?
do. Huh?
That's what I've heard. They're making number 4 right now.
They're going to. The director got caught up in some Me Too stuff. So
Oh, that's what happened.
Jackie can move. He can still move.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, what? Yeah. He's a fucking karate guy.
Yeah, I know.
There's a karate kid and there's a karate guy. And Jackie Chan is the karate guy. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Jet Li died.
Oh,
If
no,
Jet
he
Li
didn't.
could
Did
die,
he?
Jackie
Bruce
could
Lee.
die.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, same thing.
Jet Li.
I don't think.
Not the same person.
I don't think what you just said there is.
They're not even spelled the same.
Who?
Wait, it's L.I. for Jet.
Yeah,
Yeah. L-E-E
Bruce
for
L.E.
Bruce.
standardly.
yeah. I never got
Like Lee Harvey Oswald.
I didn't like that his first name was Bruce.
I'll give you that.
What? Bruce?
I like Bruce. My dad was a big Bruce.
Yeah, everybody likes Bruce.
I'm guessing that's not his actual real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
guessing-
I was like, that's not.
Oh, his
Some
real name
agent.
is
I was-
Lee
Yep, thank
John
you.
Fan.
I was like, that's a
But-
fake mustache.
But let's be nice here and say that one of the greatest athletes of all time, rest in peace, was named Bruce. Passed away abruptly.
yeah.
Came out of nowhere. Became a woman. Car crash. Killed somebody.
Yeah.
Won a Courage Award.
I thought you were talking about Bruce Smith. I was like, is he dead?
Good athlete though.
Not better than Bruce Jenner.
No.
Bruce Jenner.
He's
was
got to
the-
be the most athletic of all the Bruces.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's fine.
Is he, you think?
At decathlon.
It has to be
That's
of
a lot
all
different
the
sports.
Bruces.
Yeah.
Are
Also
they
a good
sports, by
golfer.
the way? They're just exercises.
Could be construed as that.
The decathlon was it? Running, jumping,
Yep.
throwing, skiing.
It's discus. It's the throwing is discus, javelin, and fucking pull or
Shot
shot
put.
put.
So it's all of the track and field.
yeah, it's all
Yeah.
of them.
You do everything of the track and field.
Yes.
So there are some sports in there, I think.
Yeah, I mean you jump.
All of them are competitions, though.
because there's
No, because you can
you're-
win a
But
sprint.
there's a race, so there's a lot of people competing against each other.
All those you can win. You're not judging any of those.
Yeah, you can win all of those. Outright can win all of these. So I guess it would be considered a sport more than competition. But is it an exercise more than a sport? Discus
Anything
isn't
with
an
running.
exercise.
Should ask Kenny Powers.
High jump, that's more just trying to like get away from the police. It's not really an exercise.
Bruce Jenner taking signs from O.J. Simpson on the run from the police with the highest jump of the decathlon. I couldn't do all of it. Is it back to back to back, or is it?
No, it's spread out.
Over a couple days.
What's the longest you have to run?
Pretty far.
I think it's like 1,500 meters or something like that.
How far is that?
I'm on it.
3,200 a mile.
I think so. Maybe they do have to run.
I think they do run the mile. I think they do.
That would take 4 years of good training, I bet. Huh?
Oof.
What do you do? You got to throw far. You got to be fast. You got to run.
Yeah, because you got to be good at the 100 and the mile. That doesn't happen.
How fast are the hundreds they're running though? Like how fast are the 200s that they're running?
So it's the 100, the long jump, shot put, high jump, 400, 110 meter hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and 1,500 meters.
How fast was Bruce Jenner's fastest 100?
Rest in peace, by the way. Such a good run he had.
Yeah,
He went on to become a pop icon too, pop culture icon.
he did.
And he died.
Head of household for the Kardashians for a while, on paper.
Not on paper. Everybody knows Chris was in charge in real life and on paper.
He ran the 100.
By the way, would you vote for Chris if she ran for president?
No.
Probably.
I don't know why you
I
wouldn't.
think she can run a hell of a business. So I'm always
Sam and I were
behind
talking about
that.
this the other night. It's like, has Chris made the world a better place? No, I don't think so. But she has profited off of things that nobody else could do in the history and become one of the best business minds possibly in the country, to be honest with you. They got a clothing line. They got makeup. They got apps. They got entertainment. They got movies that are going to come out, I assume. And she was married to Caitlyn. So she's wide open to whatever.
Realistically, though, she probably made Caitlyn transfer, Bruce transfer, right?
Yes.
First TV.
A lot of people have thought that. Because Caitlyn did get a show immediately and
Right
a
after.
makeup deal immediately and a clothing deal immediately afterwards.
That's how good a husband he is. She's like, hey, we need another show. And it would be better. I think it would get more ratings if you became transgender, got the operation, and then starred in the show.
She's
And he's
definitely
like,
pushing for
okay.
him to have a kid too, right?
Is that possible?
She's
was
definitely
she?
trying to figure out how to have
Oh, right now? Yeah.
Because everybody else is having kids. Those Kardashians and Jenners are popping out kids at a rate that I ain't never seen before.
It is possible.
It's another revenue stream.
Yeah, that's like Caitlyn happening. That's another revenue stream. But let's assume that Bruce did this because Bruce wants to do it, not because the genius, the evil genius Kris Jenner did that. But I think she could potentially run for president and win. I want everybody to know that.
I think so, too.
Because she could talk, too. Like, she ain't these politicians who can't speak. Like in debates where they can only talk if something's fed to them, they stay to the line. Chris could get in one of them debates, I assume, and run circles around the person on the other side.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I'm thinking that is something that could potentially happen.
After what I just saw, I'm never going to say that she can't win.
Sam and I, by the way, these basic-ass politicians, I think, are done forever.
It's going to be tough for them.
Yeah. If you ain't never run a business yourself, if you ain't never done something like that, and you just strictly do voting, any dumbass can get there and then vote. No, that's what everybody's going to say too. This guy's a lifetime politician.
Right.
Anybody can do what this guy does. Literally anybody can do what he does. And so it's going to become business people. Everything you're going to see it is going to start happening. Business, entertainment people. I mean, The Rock is getting thrown around there. Oprah's getting thrown around there. Every business, entertainment person's getting thrown into this mix, and they all are starting to think they can do it too.
Is that a good thing? Do you see that as a good thing?
I think it's a lot better than these fucking politicians have been in there. The politicians are the worst. You're talking about the worst. Both sides of the aisle, bad humans, I think. They would just do whatever because they got their hands in a cookie jar. So they live in D.C. They're voting on laws that affect them personally, and they got their hands in a cookie jar. They're like, if you do this, this is what happens for you. Like, got it. Fuck everybody else.
If you're a savvy business person or, someone like The Rock who's really smart but also super uber famous.
Savvy business person.
And you know that, and savvy business person.
Yeah.
If you know, hey, I don't really want to run 4 years. I don't care about my political, future after that because money doesn't mean anything to you and whatever. Then think of how more unbiased you can make decisions. You don't have to support some lobby.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about big pharma, pissing them off, or big oil, all these things. You're like, fuck it.
Very good point. Very good point.
Every politician, they might not have any skeletons in their closet. They might be like very intelligent or whatever, but they've voted for something that is just strictly money driven. So is that worse than a guy doing cocaine or something at a party? You know,
Right.
it's like nowadays it's like, who knows? But I think Chris is going to be one that's going to run. I think they'd be smart to have her run. By the way,
She's going to run against her daughter.
she won't rule it out. She won't rule it out. That's good. Good for her. I think Chris, though, potential President Kris Jenner one day.
God, I
Oh,
hope
boy.
There's a possibility there might be no politics, right? Like we were just saying, like it's gonna be all.
What, like,
But it's politics, though. It is politics. Like this.
Well, I mean, like actual like governors and stuff like
You're
that.
talking about politicians.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
You'll see more real people into those positions, I think, like Pat said.
Politics still happens.
are you saying there's going to be no government?
There will be no government like trying to become a president.
That
It'll
would
be
be-
all like celebrities.
No, there's going to be a lot of politicians who are going to hang on hope because their dream was always to become president. It's like this mayor here, I bet, has a dream of becoming a president, and he wants, you know what I mean? You want to work your way up, but I think the presidential thing is people are going to get cucked.
I think the next
That's what I'm saying,
next election, especially, people are gonna probably assume like, oh, people don't want another Trump in there, so maybe us real politicians, have a shot.
Oh, but they got no chance, though. They got no chance, though. Think about the money that'll get dumped into the bad decisions they've made, and then they're back in the swamp talk.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides, by the way. DC is just a cesspool of people making bad decisions strictly for financial gain, which there's no fixing it. So we just got to sit back.
I mean, that's what a business is too, though. That's why I asked if you think it would be better.
What's that?
Just most businesses are run just to meet the bottom line.
Here's an idea. If Indianapolis or Indiana had a good businessman in charge, instead of having these Indy blue cars, I talked about this with Foxy. If they would have just put the scooters out instead of the Indy blue cars, the state and city would be making all the money off these scooters. Instead, they put these Indy blue cars out here that never get used, and now they're putting regulations on all the scooter companies. Like, instead of being ahead of the scooter company and just doing that, they waste money on these shitty vehicles that they probably have to pay $15,000 for per, and they just load them up in the cities. Like, nobody. Scooters, though, I was out there downtown for the first time today while we were filming something for Lyft, Bud Light, and Jim Beam.
Oh.
And it was my first time being in the city since these scooters. Everybody's on them.
Everywhere.
Everybody's on them. And if the state or city would have just put those out, our potholes would be fixed. But instead, we got these blue cars that are just a waste of time. So now the city wants to fucking regulate these scooter company. It's like, this could have been new.
When Uber and Lyft first came to Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh government threw a fit because they were in bed with the taxi company. And there was only really one or two taxi companies, and they tried to regulate Uber and Lyft so heavily, and then eventually they finally just worked through it and realized, oh, this is a good idea. We should embrace this.
So I think business-minded people should be in politics, actually. I think it's because it's a big deal. But then you got to have socially conscious people, too, in there who aren't just like hardos or douchebags, you know what I mean? Got to have people that understand what's going on. That's why I think Chris is going to win. That's a prediction that I'm putting out there like Matt Groening in The Simpsons. President Kris Jenner is going to happen.
2020?
No. Probably be like 2028.
How old is she?
Yeah, I was going to say she's going to be alive.
She's probably like 60.
No.
Who, Brucey?
Chris.
We've literally been talking about Kris Jenner for the last time.
Brucey.
So you know what happened.
She's 62.
So what's that?
No,
At
she'll be
14?
fine.
With 10 years from now?
Yeah.
72.
Trump's like 71 right now.
Yeah,
isn't he?
she'll be
Trump's
fine.
74.
And
Yeah.
Chris is going to be wide awake in 10 years from now, just swimming in money that she's been swimming in for the last 30 years of her life. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think
Very
there's a real
possible.
chance. Anyways, what were you saying about the decathlon? What did Bruce run?
Bruce ran a 10.94.
That's really good, right?
Yeah.
That's like very fast.
Very fast.
Usain has the record at 9.58.
Yeah.
I think we all respect Bruce for that.
I mean,
10-9.
I assume the fastest time that year was 10.66.
What was his worst one?
His worst event?
Yeah.
It doesn't say. The event that he won was DT. What the fuck is DT? Discus throw.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He was really good at discus.
DDP.
He ran the 1,500 in 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Damn.
That
That's
seems
cooking.
pretty fucking good, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like a legit fucking dude here.
Wow.
So like he He won it, but he was only the best in one event, which is wild.
Probably a lot of top threes.
Yeah.
What do you do? Rack up scores there like Mario Kart?
Yep.
This one dude, the dude who won bronze was the best in 3 events, but sucked in all the other ones.
What a funny way to look at it. They're just playing Mario Kart.
Just collecting points. Got a bunch of challenges they got to do. That's cute. Oh, he didn't have a good 400, but you should see him at the discus. He'll pick up some points. I bet you that's what they say, though. It's like the tough man or strongest man,
Yep.
world strongest man. Somebody will do bad in something, and then the keg throw, they'll come in first.
Yep.
They're like, oh, there, this is his specialty. He needs to gain a lot of points here.
Last name always ends in son.
Or ski.
Pujanowski.
Yeah,
Mario
ski.
Pujanowski.
There it is. It's either ski or sun. That American from Boston.
I remember him.
I remember watching like a documentary about him training for it. He was just eating like 70,000 calories a day.
Yeah, the shorter guy.
Yeah.
yeah. He's like smaller than the other competitors. Just has to overeat.
I don't know.
Probably wasn't very good at the Atlas Stones.
No, our guy was good. He was an American. He was good.
Couldn't lift him up there.
Yeah.
It was always tough when you see the guys lean back on their tippy toes. The Atlas. It's not the first one that gets them.
Not the third one.
Third
Yep.
one always gets them.
Yep.
Always gets them.
Did you ever see the video of the guy? I can't remember his name. He was an infamous strongman, though. He snapped his leg carrying that refrigerator on his back.
No.
No, I don't want to see that video either.
This is my guy.
He's. I think he used to commentate them back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Magnus Samuelson.
Magnus ver Magnuson.
I think he was American too. I could be wrong, but
Snapped his leg.
Carrying
yeah,
a
like a twig.
refrigerator on his back.
Sven Carlson was one of my boys too.
You know what you got to do? You got to put them slides underneath the fridge. So you never carry that on your back. You always put a slide under it. It's a good idea. Tim McAfee was a mover.
Yep.
No, the truth.
I would hate that job.
It's the worst. That's the Tim McAfee job I've ever. That's the most Tim McAfee job I've ever seen in my life. You're a
can't-
truck driver and a mover, so it's like the worst of both.
I can't imagine just having that as my career. Like it would be the worst career ever. I
The
think.
amount of grit.
Nothing you hate more
So
than
much
helping to help
grit.
somebody
So-
move.
Not even. Don't even think about just the moving part. Now truck drive as well. So you got also a 10-hour drive in a truck.
Yeah.
Just going 50 miles an hour, and then you got to move again. So now you got to move everything out again, and then you got to drive back.
Fitting the
Jesus
stuff
Christ.
in the back of the truck was always like the thing for me. Is like it's like a fucking big puzzle piece, and you just got to make sure that everything's perfect.
Tim's good
in
at
there.
Tetris.
God,
Even bringing like the heavy duty stuff like upstairs and through doors that can't fit. You have to like undo the doors. You
And this
gotta-
was back in the day where there wasn't elevators everywhere, you know. So like in those apartments, he had to like walk up, fucking grittiest thing on earth.
way.
He's a dumbass, man. He is just a dumbass.
God bless him.
I don't know how he did that.
Hey, you had to eat.
That skipped a generation. Me and Jay ain't doing that. Jay worked for FedEx for a little bit. I was like, "You following in Dad's steps?" He's like, "No, I would never do what that dumbass did." Also learned today on Sirius that Alex Jones is not a character.
I still believe it is.
He's a character.
You're not going to change my mind.
He is a comedic character.
Yep.
Absolutely.
For those of you that didn't listen to the Sirius show, let me give a little background. PFT commenter, vape god over there, tearing it down over there. This vape addiction that Zito has accrued,
Thrived.
is absolutely incredible. He's a vapor more than anything I've ever seen in my entire life.
He doesn't do it during the serious show though.
Yeah, I don't want to get too smoky in here for 3 hours.
That's a good idea.
I'm
Yeah.
not positive, but I don't think you're supposed to hit it like 150 times per minute.
We're not doctors.
That's what makes me the vape god.
You
though.
get popcorn lung.
We are not doctors.
Yeah, you are gonna get popcorn lung, dude.
The black lung.
No, popcorn lung. It's worse.
Really? What's that mean?
It's anyone who vapes. Apparently, like our vapes too. It's not good.
Really?
I can get the exact.
No, this is big
just a
tobacco.
phase.
This
This
is
is a
big
phase.
tobacco coming after it. I don't even know what a popcorn lung. I love popcorn anyway. Give me it. Smart popcorn's incredible.
Oh, white cheddar.
Oh, it's the best. It's the absolute best. Late night too. Could put her down. But when this past weekend, PFT commenter does a info scores, like a mock
Parody video.
parody video, there we go, of this info scores thing. And I had no clue what it was. I was watching it. I have a lot of respect for PFT commenter's brain. So if PFT commenter's doing it and I'm watching it, and in my head, I'm like, I don't get this at all. So I was like, there's no way PFT would do something that isn't
Perfect.
Right.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So I started looking in and I found this Alex Jones character from InfoWars, and I was loving it. Because I thought he was so in my head, he's a character. He's a comedic character, just like.
I don't know if he's doing it for comedy, but he's definitely a character.
He's a character. He's Skip Bayless.
Yes,
he
correct.
he's his own. He's a character.
I don't think he believes what he says.
Yeah, it's just a comment. I think
Yeah.
it's just there's some truth in there, I assume.
Yeah.
But every comedian, there's truth in something, and then he makes a joke of it.
He dishes out some steaming hot takes.
That's as a character, though. So then PFT is doing this character. I find it very funny. And then on the series show today, I mentioned this. Exactly what I just said, basically. I was like, this Alex Jones guy, quite a character. And then Gonzo from New York just starts piping in this entire anti-fucking Alex Jones video. Apparently, Alex Jones is a real force in the political talk world.
talked
People
about
take
a
him
lot.
serious.
Yeah.
Like it's not a
wild.
joke. It's not a joke. He's like MSNBC, Fox, CNN, everybody quotes him and talks about him. And I'm like, I think he's the best character in the history.
Oh, yeah.
He's got CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, everybody commenting about him, and he's a character.
He's the OG anti-mainstream. He hates the mainstream media.
Bro, he's a character, though. And then I heard he's not a character. That's really what he believes. And then people show up with guns at places because he says stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's not great. That's not great.
Yeah, the problem is, I think he probably knows he's a character, but people don't know that he's a character and take him seriously.
Because he had to say he was a character in court, right? He had to say he was a character in court.
Yeah, he had a custody battle, and he had to basically say, no, this isn't how I really am. This is a character I portray.
Bro, if you just view him, though, as 100% like a movie character, just think of him as a movie character.
It's hilarious.
Or a TV character. He is hysterical, man. He is hysterical. He almost canceled the show 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in the other day. 2 minutes in, he almost canceled the show strictly because how he was introed. He was pounding his desk, breathing heavily, had to throw it to a break 1 minute and 42 seconds in because he was so angry about the intro. I don't know how. You guy's a genius. The guy is a genius.
That would have been funny to get the commercial break. How much he was just yelling at everybody.
Or were they
after.
just laughing?
Oh, that's true.
That's
He's a character.
So
Exactly,
I wonder, when the camera cuts off on this guy, because I watched a lot of his videos. I didn't know about a lot of his conspiracy theories that were thrown on me today.
Right.
By the way, which makes him an even better character. Just for future reference, all these conspiracy theories that he's put together makes him the best character of all time. But I would like to know that when the camera cuts after one of his he punched the desk. The video I watched was punching the desk because he was so angry. As soon as that camera cuts and they go to a break, are they laughing? Or is it dead serious?
Yeah, it's very possible his producer came up to him and was like, hey, you mentioned, do you really want me to take that line out? And he's like, no. Keep it in there because it's going to be hilarious what I'm going to say once you play it.
So are they laughing as soon as
I guarantee
are
it.
they like, man, that was a good one? After I go on a run and I feel like it's pretty good, as soon as it stopped filming, usually there's somebody who's like, oh, that was a good one. That was good. It's like, I wonder if after he does that, after 1 minute and 40 of him thinking about canceling the show while saying that he has really important stuff to talk about, and then he can't even take it, has to throw it to a break. As soon as they go to that break, is everybody in the room like, oh, hot start. I like what we're doing here. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Only one way we find out. I go undercover. I go in there.
There's no way you'll get in
Yeah,
there.
he's not letting you in there, Z.
Yeah, I'll just use my Dollar Shave Club and shave my beard off.
Oh, way to go, Zito. Way to go.
Dollar Shave Club. Yes, that Dollar Shave Club delivers everything you need to look, feel, and smell your best.
Wow.
You name it: shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, hair gel, even a wipe that will leave your touch feeling tingly and clean.
Wow.
Oh,
Dollar
yeah.
Shave Club does all of that?
All that.
That Dollar Shave Club?
That one.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of their amber and lavender calming body cleanser. Never smelled anything like it. Good luck finding a product that's great at the store.
Yeah, good
That's
luck.
Great at the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah, I think you're putting the wrong emphasis on some things, but we'll get through it.
I'm a big, I already said that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you did.
All the Dollar Shave Club products are made with top shelf ingredients that won't break your budget. You feel the difference. Plus, shipping is included with your membership.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And here's a great way to try a bunch of Dollar Shave Club products. For just $5, you can get their daily essential starter set. It comes with body cleansers, One Wipe Charlie's, their amazing butt wipes, their world famous shave butter, and their best razors, the 6-blade executive.
Who?
The 6-blade executive.
Oh, the executive.
Yeah, that's the best one.
The
I thought
executive is the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best one. Six
Yeah.
blades.
Six
blades
blades.
on the executive.
Yeah, and what's the One Wipe Charlie's?
Oh, they're the one wipe Charlies. They're good for your butt.
It's the butt wipes.
The butt wipes.
Yeah, the butt wipes are the one wipe Charlies.
Yep.
Yep. All that comes in one little pack.
One little package just for $5.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cheap.
Keep the blades coming for a few more bucks a month and add a shampoo, toothpaste, or anything else you need to the bathroom. Speaking of your next month, for a limited time only, use code America at checkout to get $5 off your second month of the club. That's code America at dollarshaveclub.com to save $5 off on your second month. Join the club today.
Wow. Did you join the club?
Yes, I did.
You loved it.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Dol-
smelling good.
Dollar Shave Club. It's making you read good.
Yeah.
You read really good in there.
Yeah.
It only took one take.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Dollar Shave Club is taking care of everything in your bathroom. Go visit dollarshaveclub.com. Use promo code America at checkout. Save $5 on your next month order. Get a variety pack of everything you need to look, feel, and smell your absolute best. From myself, Todd, Jordan Berry, at Diggs with a Z, at Nick Morotto, at Viva Lazito, at Ty Schmidt, at Evan Foxy, and everybody here at Barstow Heartland, Matt Light, and John Scott.
Yep.
So thankful you choose to Fox with us. Hashtag Endgang, hashtag Endgame. Go ahead and send us a picture or a GIF of your favorite fight. Doesn't have to be a hockey fight, just any fight, any GIF that you enjoy from any fight. I can't wait. I got one in my mind. It's from a boxing match.
Nice.
And I will put it out around noonish. We'll see. Potential McAfee Centaur shirt from Ty Schmidt, if it's good. If you make Ty Schmidt say, ooh, that's worth a McAfee Centaur shirt, you'll get a McAfee Centaur shirt.
Correct.
Nice.
Hashtag Endgang, hashtag Endgame. High standards, though, for Ty Schmidt. There's only a few out there.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
He's
High
picky.
standards.
He's very picky, which is good.
Is it?
Very.
He demands excellence.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I mean,
I
most,
think he's become a little bit
little
pretentious. I think.
no, most people just send the same. Like, don't just type in fight and use the first GIF.
Scroll a little.
Yeah, I mean, give me something good.
Scroll a little. We get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, hope we see a lot of gifts from you guys. You're the best. Thanks for listening. Send us a tweet. Other than that, have a great life. This has been Thursday. We'll see you manana with some bangers and some more conversation. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard she shit her pants. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!